raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking, the hot pot, fucking on your bitch, yeah, that, cooking up dope in the crock pot. We came from nothing to something, nigga. I don't trust nobody, get the trigger. Call up the gang and they come and get gang. Call me a river, give you a tissue. Bad and bullshit, bad, cooking up dope with a Uzi. My niggas is.
Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, my dad's gonna come out and help us remove the whole frame from the car. That's gonna be sick. We're talking the whole frame dropped out, so literally only the body sits on jack stands or whatever. So that's what's going down today. So let's just jump straight into it. Our plan is to see if we can remove the transmission in some clever way, which I don't really think there is, but because we should probably have removed it with the engine. Stupid me just thought that, hey, we can easily remove this afterwards and stuff. We just really don't have the tools for it and blah blah blah. So what's gonna happen is we're gonna see if we can like lift the trans up a little bit, take the trans brace or trans bracket and like turn it, drop it down, then we can drop the frame and then hopefully also drop the transmission in some way. I don't know, we don't really have the tools in here. Hopefully we can use like the engine crane or something. Like this is the last day we have the engine crane, so yeah, hopefully we can figure something out. We are going to do something pretty cool, and I've been pretty excited to do, is we're gonna try to clean up the frame. We're gonna try to get the frame like this, all over the place. No, not really like this. This was just a test for myself to see how good the frame actually was, and it is pretty damn nice, to be honest. So what I'm gonna do today is scrape all this mud off and stuff. I'm not quite sure if I'm gonna be able to power wash the thing, which I actually really wanted. I can't really get out here with the frame. The frame is pretty heavy. I'm all by myself and I don't want to risk it by like tilting it up and getting it through right here, because if it tilts into one, it's just sketchy, okay? So I'm not gonna do that. We're gonna get the frame up on like 2 jack stands and maybe like, I don't know, these dollies or whatever I have over here on the frame, so it gets a little bit up and then we're gonna try to work on it, you know? Scrape all this 50-year-old mud, debris, undercoating, and what else there is on this frame, I guess. Let's get right into it. First I will positioning this frame in some way so we can work on it. So time lapse, you know. So the first thing I'm actually just gonna do is lift up the engine and get the starter wheel off, because this is the last day I have the engine hoist, so it would be a pretty good idea to do so. So we're just gonna put the engine back, and then we're ready to start working on the frame. Now I've done everything that I needed an engine hoist for, so that's just great. Now let's get the engine back. So here we got the starter wheel. It actually looks pretty okay, like pretty decent. No chips in the tubes or anything. It looks nice. Can definitely use it again, no problem in that. So let's get this engine back into its spot. So what I'm gonna do now is pull the frame like out under the car, from under the car, whatever. Then we're gonna lift it up in the front and jacks, and I think we're gonna put like my old Raleigh Sport wheels underneath on the back or something like that. And there you go, it's all stable. So what I'm gonna do now is just take, I don't know, a giant flat screwdriver, something wide, and just scrape all this mud off. And of course it's gonna be a time lapse. You already know, man. Time lapse.
And many years ago, about 1959, well it was indeed in 1959, A dear old friend with whom I had been associated owned a record company which was Riverside.
Guys, this is so satisfying. Look at this. You can just... Oh, dang.
And it was a guitarist quite unknown.
It's just so nice. And look at the frame underneath. There's zero rust at all. Just peeling nicely off. It's like an old undercoating or something. I don't know. It's... There's like small welding dimples all over the place up here by the control arms, towers, things, whatever. So guys, most of the bad stuff are off the frame now. I'm not quite sure if you can see this on video, how much of a difference it is. But I think I'm gonna try to remove the two motor mounts. Something funny I just noticed on the two motor mounts. What? The right one seems to be further like forward than the other one. Can you see that? This one is like hanging over the edge. This one is like inside on the frame. And on the front, it seems like this one is a little bit longer forward than this one too. So it's like, it's kind of like this one is smaller or something. Let me know if you guys know anything about this. I mean, when you stand here and look at it, it doesn't really seem like it should have any different. I don't know, man. It just seems weird. I'm gonna try to take them off and see if maybe you can like move them in the holes, or like you can slide them back and forth in some way. So I just went and wiped it down with some W40 and some paper towels, and look at this. It's so smooth anywhere, like everywhere. There's no dents, there's no rust. Look at how shiny it is right there. It's insane. Maybe this is normal to you or whatever, but I was like really scared of my car maybe being a rotten piece of shit, you know what I mean? So that's why I'm so like possibly surprised about, like, damn. There's no rust, no anything. It's solid. It's such a solid. I don't know how long this video turned out to be. I used quite a bit of time actually, like cleaning up. Also took the underside of it. I just didn't film that. Yeah, it should be pretty much ready for sandblasting and everything like that. And then tomorrow's video, or tomorrow's video, if you will, in 2 days, we're gonna have a whole video dedicated to the engine and all driveline stuff for the car. So you guys will know what engine goes in, what transmission goes in. So progress, guys, progress. Oh yeah. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed, don't forget to drop a like and a subscribe down below. We finally got the frame off, which is insane. We are talking 13 days of work, exactly 13 days. More like 12 actually, because one of the 2 of the days have just been cleaning up the shop to get it ready and get the car in here and stuff. But we still though, 12 days, and we got everything off the car and stuff. I don't know, the easiest thing on a car is to tear it apart and stuff, but I'm still pretty proud of myself, because I thought maybe in 2 months we would be at this stage. But it did not even take 2 weeks, so that's pretty awesome. Let's hope it's gonna go just as well when we are putting the car back together and like, yeah, I guess building it up again, because it's always the easy part to tear it apart. But my goal is to finish or build up the car in like approximately 2 to 3 months. Probably gonna be more like 3 or 4 months, but that's kind of my goal, and it's probably gonna be even more. But that's like my realistic goal. Maybe we can do it in. I think the biggest problem probably gonna be the budget, because the thing is we're gonna have to save up money, which takes like which takes a month, right? Then you get paid, then you have to buy the part, and then you have to wait 2 weeks for the part, or approximately maybe a week to 2 weeks. Again, I live in Denmark, so it's not like the US when you get an overnight part or whatever. That doesn't happen here, okay? So getting this thing back into the car is probably gonna be the most tricky thing. Suspension we already got like handled and stuff. Already have the control arms, the shocks, the springs. We might also be getting some other calibers, braking calibers. Not anything fancy, but just some other ones, because these are really old and kind of sketchy. And then maybe we're also gonna see if we can get some custom spindles or whatever, but that's gonna be further down the line when probably the whole front end is on again and stuff. Because I'm not quite sure how much we're actually lowering the car here with the 2-inch lowering springs that I have in that box. So maybe we're also gonna go with like 2-inch drop spindles or something crazy, you know. I don't know yet. We'll see when we get the car together. Remember, I'm not trying to stance this car out. I still want a functional suspension so I can rip around on the back roads and like do some dirt rolling, drifting, etc, etc. I'm not about that stance life where you will hit the curves all the time and you can't even go over a speed bump or anything. That's just stupid to me. So yeah. And then we're also gonna have some exhaust work maybe. Again, engine wise, which there's gonna be a video up tomorrow about. I'm gonna do a whole video on the whole driveline of this car. So stay tuned for that. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another video.